Morning.
Okay, not quite the energy level I want. Okay, ready? Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, that's a little bit better. This is meeting number 199 of TMG, the MAG Group. And Mr. Kertner, do we have our guest log so I can see if we have the guest now? Okay. So while we're waiting for our guests to finish signing the log, I'll just defer a little bit. Just a few little items of business. Yeah, I know, I should be doing this in the news section. Apple released a new electronic device. You may not have heard about it. No. It's called the iPad. One of the very interesting things that I've noticed is watching people go up to them in the store. The people who know how to use computers get a furrowed brow when they're trying to figure out the iPad. People who don't use computers a lot or that are just into their smartphones, boom, they're up there and they're tapping and away they go. Very interesting. So it truly is a new type of device. Thank you, sir. Okay, so getting back to our normal agenda, we'll start with the welcome. We have one guest here today. And Ken, the way we do this with the welcome, I'm going to ask you to stand up and introduce yourself to the group. Tell us what kind of Mac you have or want to get, and what you use it for, or what you want to use it for. Okay, and then everybody will clap and they'll tell you you're a good guy.
Ken Durrell, I'm from Tip City, and I have an iMac, had it a few weeks, and I'm converting from Windows to the iMac, and I use it for home use and some light spreadsheet work, word processing. So that's basically it.
Thank you, Ken. The reason why we do a lot of clapping is to make people feel like, with family, their community. So just to make it, reduce tension levels. We find this is really an educational organization, and we find that people learn better if they're comfortable and they're not nervous. Okay. At the break, if you have a chance, say hi to Ken. Just introduce yourself. See if he'll lend you money. Okay, so that's the welcome. After the welcome, we move on to the news items. A couple little news items. As I said, Apple has released this new product called the iPad. It's a two-part release. The one that has been released is wireless only. There'll be another unit being released a little bit later on that'll have wireless and 3G in it, so it'll have cell phone technology in it. Another major item, I got a haircut. There's no snow on the ground. I figured I didn't need the cover anymore. Tom Kertner, we've had some people ask when they're out in the public and they see Mac users, they want to tell them about the Mac group, and they write all this information down on napkins and such, and then the people never see it. Mr. Kertner has small business cards and larger 3x5 cards. If you want some to hand out to people that you meet, it's saving a little more convenient for you that you don't have to write all this stuff out. Okay, another item, membership directory CD is available. This is for the members. It's got a very large PDF file that has the profiles, the information the members gave us. Okay, we don't vet this stuff for fact, whether it's true or not, so, okay. Anyway, membership directories on this. There are also a series of ebooks on it, one of which is the iPhone guide. They're all from a website called makeuseof.com that I find some very interesting stuff. Makeuseof.com. In fact, what I ought to do, let me just do this real quick. I'll just put it in, and that way I can just show you what the ebooks are that are on it.
By the way, Bill,
Yes.
the announcement that came out yesterday, multicasting operating system.
iPhone 4.
Huh?
iPhone 4, OS 4.
Yes,
Yes.
and that, to some people, as big a news as the iPad.
Oh, very much so. I got busy and they distracted me from clicking on it. Okay, so anyway, let me just back up for a second, literally and figuratively. That's the membership directory. These, MUO, that stands for make use of. There's a book about doing BitTorrent. There's a book about iTunes. There's a book about Twitter. There's another one about how to make your own media center. Now, it's primarily PC-centric, but the basic concepts are usable to a Mac person. How to easily build your own computer, that's another PC one. There's 2 on Photoshop. Idiot's Guide to Photoshop. There's an internet guide for the movie addict. There's a Mac manual, there's a network manual, there's a newbie's initiation to Linux, because I know we do have some folks involved in Linux. There's a productivity guide that's how to be more productive, getting things done, making things execute, eating the frog, all those kind of things. And then last but not least, unofficial guide to the iPhone. And I'm just going to pick that one. So it's not, your typical ebook where it's just some text and they didn't really put any production values into it. This is a fairly nicely done guide. Oops. So anyway, so that's also on that CD. Now, if we're going to burn a CD, we try and make sure that you've got more than just one thing. Okay, another thing to keep in mind, and you can pick those up at the break from Mr. Kirchner. It's okay if they pick them up at the break, or yes. Okay, thank you, sir. And then the other thing that I was told by Mark George is Fairborn Camera is closing. Mark, can you give us some more information on that?
Well, it's just the information I got out of the newspaper.
Yeah.
I guess the 2 owners are retiring, and I guess Click Camera is going to buy the
Okay.
store. So it's not going to be closing, but it'll be closing as we know it now.
For one day.
Yeah. And then it'll open up as Click.
Okay, so no special deals or anything like that?
I have no
you know
idea.
of?
I just know from what the paper said.
Okay, and then last but not least, oops, wrong place, I want to be down here, iPhone 4. 4.0. Okay. There was a keynote, Apple keynote that they did the other day, and it was developers saying, and they were talking about the features that are going to be available in this next operating system for the iPhone 4. Now, that operating system is also going to be, I believe, I may have my facts wrong, but it's also going to be the operating system that'll be on the iPad, and it's going to have multitasking in it. So right now, when you're using an iPhone or an iPad, you can only run one program at a time. The next OS, you'll be able to run more than one program at a time. And as Mr. Sweeney said, that is sort of a big deal. Okay, yes, Ralph?
How about that you can run QuickTime background while you're surfing with Safari or something like that?
Yeah, but that's not considered to be a standalone application. It's QuickTime, codecs, and that stuff working. Yeah, it's more operating system stuff at that level, as opposed to a QuickTime player app that's running.
I also heard that there's speculation that the next version of the iPhone operating system will be a paid upgrade.
Oh, there's no speculation about that at all. Yeah, it'll be paid for. They did that with the iPod
Yeah,
Touch.
$10.
And yeah. Well, when you're trying to get your net worth, your cash book value above Walmart, you got because
When you want more than 23 billion in cash.
that's right. I mean, in these hard economic times, $23 billion. Actually, I think it's more than that.
Yes.
I didn't look at
Last
that.
I heard, it was 23
The
billion in cash.
K10 that came out that I got, the number I remember was $32 billion in cash.
Maybe I transposed the numbers.
Okay, so anyway, does anyone else have any news items that they've heard that we need to share with each other? Okay, going once, going twice. Okay. Two other little things I just sort of want you to start thinking about, and that is, three things, excuse me. I will not be here next month. My daughter is graduating from Indiana University with her master's, and so I need to be there. But next month, there will be a TMG meeting. It's the 200th meeting of TMG, the MAC group. And the other thing I want you to think about is in June, we'll be completing our 20th year of operation. So we're going to have some sort of celebration in June. So think about this. Do you really like lemon sheet cake? Or would you rather have something that's a little different? Okay, so I'm open to suggestions on what we do there. The other thing is, if I go with a sheet cake that is not lemon or chocolate, and I do Kroger, they can Photoshop the cake. So we could put, an image on it. That would be, so think about what might be an appropriate image to put on.
Call the cake boss there in New Jersey.
Appropriate? Okay, all right, well, hey, more than I know, so I'm
It would
open to.
start about $1,000.
I don't think so. Okay, so nobody else had any other news items? Okay, going once, going twice? Okay, so we'll say we're done with news. We did our welcome. Next thing would be, let's change this, switch it up a little bit. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's on the freebie table. Let me just grab a list over here. Mr. Howe brought in these white boxes. They have notebooks in them. Those notebooks have a metal cover. They've got very fine paper, and it's got sort of a Naugahyde. Oh no, that's recycled material bag calendar. So those are free. I'm not sure who brought the C drive and the Jazz drive in, but I'm assuming that those are also free items.
They're free, Bill.
Okay, you brought them in, and
Yeah, SCSI interface card,
Okay.
cables, those SCSI devices.
And then last but not least, there's also some pictures on the table of a Power Mac G4 that again is free if someone wants it. And the specs are 1 gig of memory, it's a 400 megahertz machine, and it's got 3 internal hard drives. You also have a Gateway 15-inch monitor with it, Apple keyboard, Apple mouse, and an I/O gear KVM switch. So if you're interested in those, talk to Chuck Stiver. Okay, does anybody else have any items that they want to flog or that they're looking for? Going once, going twice. Okay, so we're through with wanted and new. So the next thing would be, let's see, employment. I don't know of any job openings for Mac people, so I'll just skip over that one. Help desk, has anybody had any problems? Okay, Marilyn.
Sometimes my CD works and sometimes it doesn't. Just take it in, it slides in and out. I was wondering if taking it apart and adjusting it would have been adjusted.
Okay. Are you talking, what kind of Mac? We're talking about the white beach ball with the
Right.
LCD screen that's on the swivel.
Right,
Okay, so sometimes when you press your eject button,
it comes out.
and sometimes it doesn't.
The CD goes in, you can hear it make a noise,
Okay.
but it doesn't show up on the
Is it a
desktop.
super drive?
It would be one of the comparable, because SuperDrive means different things at different
Right.
points.
Is it?
It would be one of the ones where you can read a DVD and you can read a CD, but it's not a writable, it's not a writing drive, if I remember correctly.
Even for CDs?
It does CD.
It does, it writes
It does
CDs,
CDs.
writes CDs, okay.
Then it might be a firmware update somewhere floating around for that back then.
You open to a site visit, you know, come over one day, take a look at it?
I appreciate that.
Okay. All right, I'll get with you. Right ahead. Who else has got a problem this month? Anybody? George?
I'll give Mark credit for solving this problem for me. My iPod Touch locked up. and the screen just went white,
Mhm.
bright white, and the case got warm,
Mhm.
and I couldn't seem to get it to do anything.
Okay.
So the solution is to hold in the power switch and the center selector switch, the home button, but you gotta hold it in for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then that cleared it up.
Both of them at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them, same time, 10 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you remember 2 years ago, maybe it's 3 years ago, I did a thing on iPods, iPod maintenance. I got a new toy. I splurged. Hey, for the first time in I don't know how long, I won't have 3 kids in college, so. What George was talking about on an iPod Nano, you would hold your menu button down and the center button at the same time. And what that does is it makes it go into, hello, come on. See the, there we go. And then it's the center button and the menu button at the top. And then you release, and it will reboot it. So that's one of the 3 ways. They talk about the 3 R's for fixing your iPods. Reboot, recover, restore. So there's, and it's on the Apple website, those things. And FM radio, pedometer, and I'm deaf in one ear. It's got a setting where it'll channel both stereo channels through both earphones, so that, instead of getting the yeah, so it
You,
comes out. in
you
mono.
put both
Very
things
nice.
in one
And you
ear?
can use it to, you can use it to watch
Both
movies.
earphones in
You
one
put
ear.
both of them in one ear?
Put one in the nose for smelling.
Sure, it's on the video camera.
You
Bill?
can help me plug in the cables during the demo. I'll show you where the cables are. Okay, so anyway,
Bill, what generation is that?
this is a 5th gen.
Fifth
5th gen.
149?
Yeah, it was something around there. And the thing that always freaks me out, still working. This is a first like 1.5 generation. Notice how thick that is. I would say thick as a pack of cigarettes, size of a pack of cigarettes. Some people don't carry cigarettes anymore. Look at that difference. So what is that kind of process called? It's called Kaizen. It means continuous improvement of your product. It means obsoleting your product before your competition does. You look at some of the other MP3 players from Samsung or Sanso, any of those, they still look the same as they did 5 years ago, 6 years ago. They're just not doing that continuous improvement. And that's why that iPad is interesting to me, because it's really not, it's a new device. I don't know where this thing is going to fit in the family of mobile devices that people use.
People can't see the iPhone.
But one of the other things that I find very interesting about the iPad is it's a different type of user. Content producers typically are not being drawn to the iPad. They're very dismissive of it. It's people who use content, that devour content, books, movies, music. So it's really much more of an entertainment device. Yes, Rob?
Have you seen a product called smule.org or .com?
No.
It's a piano for your iPad, but it's an internet piano system. You
Okay.
can play with other people at the same time.
Well, I did have this very, and I'll just try and keep this short, but I've had people approaching me on the street to show me their iPads, okay? So I've gotten used to that sort of, disruptive interaction. But I was in a Caribou coffee shop, and I was just going in to get some hot water, maybe some tea. And I saw these people sitting over there. Each one had an iPhone, and they had an iPad sitting in front of them. And on the iPhones, they had their Scrabble tiles, and the iPad was the Scrabble board. And I don't know how they got their iPhones to talk to the iPad, but they were playing the tiles from their phones onto the iPad.
That's a Bluetooth connection thing that's going on.
So there's just some interesting stuff going on out there.
Bill, you reminded me,
Yes,
when
sir.
you're talking about different generations of iPods, the iPhone 4.0 software that's going to come out, the new OS, is not supposed to run on the Gen 2 iPod Touch.
It is or is
It
it
is not.
Okay.
I think it's,
Only for iPhone.
right. Well, and I think it's only the newer iPhones too.
Mm.
It's because it's horsepower requirements.
Okay. And you know what I always say about first generation anything? Okay. I don't talk about the cutting edge of technology, I talk about the bleeding edge. Let somebody else go through the field first and see if there's lines. Okay. Yes, Joe?
I'm having trouble with AppleScript and Snow Leopard. I didn't know if anyone else was played with it that I can talk to about problems or not.
Okay. Now, Ralph, is it okay if I, wait, okay, Chuck? Ralph, wave your hand. You guys talk at the break, okay? And if you guys end up with commercial products, I get a piece because I got you together. Ralph knows stuff that I didn't even know was there. Okay. Oh, yes, go ahead, Ken.
I'm still having trouble trying to convert my old Excel files to run on the new app.
Okay.
That did not work, changing to X, what you told me in class.
Okay. They still have that protection?
Yes.
Okay. And you tried putting them on the flash drive and then running them from the flash drive, and that didn't get you there anymore? Okay. Do we get any Excel boffins here today?
How was the opening?
Yeah. Ken, that's the first question from up front. Bill, how I know how you're opening?
How are you opening it? Just clicking on the file? Or
Pardon?
Are you just clicking on the file to open it, or are you going to
Yes.
file open?
Yeah.
Try going to file and then open and then select that
Okay.
and see if that does it.
If I remember correctly, you were getting was asking for a password, was it?
Yeah, at first, yeah, now it's asking for a password.
Okay.
That's not a password.
Do you still have access to the PC?
Yes.
Okay, try saving it to what version of Excel are you using in the
It's
PC?
pretty old version.
Okay.
Was it Microsoft Works?
No,
No, it was, so it was actually an Office,
Office.
like Office 97?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Okay.
The file open may be
Yeah.
correct.
You said you have them on flash drive?
I do today,
Okay.
I've got Excel here.
some of them.
At the break, see Bill how, and see, let you two get together at the break. Yes, Dan?
Unless you're running macros in it, just what is a zip file, save them in the zip format.
He was saying with macros, and sometimes people have problems with the macros.
Are there macros in this?
I don't know, I haven't seen the files.
Because otherwise, just say there's what data in there, change the format.
What I'm gonna, Dan, what I'm gonna ask you to do is, when Ken gets with Bill,
You lose your formatting, but at
Yeah.
least you've got.
you
the
look over their
numbers.
shoulder, tell them what they're doing wrong.
Appreciate any help.
Okay, now let me keep moving down the pipe. Anybody else with problems? Okay, but one's gonna touch, I'm gonna say, okay, we're done with problems. Next thing would be, did I miss anything, or should we go to raffle now, Mr. Thurston? Raffle?
I have one.
Oh, Mr. Kirtner has an announcement.
For those interested in genealogy, I emailed the union on the version 9. They don't give individual discounts, but if 5 or more in the group would buy it, they get, instead of $99, it's $79. But I have to contact the salesperson, and then I guess he contacts you, because I have to get an email and I guess if you get 5 confirmed buys, then you get that discount. 5 or more.
You need that already?
I just now pronounced it.
Well, you
That's version 9. Just wait, and it will run on records.
Anything else? Anybody need to pay the dues?
Good, really good.
Okay.
Every member had a ticket.
Bill, can you real quickly show them how to share an airport connection?
I don't think I picked it
I don't know if I remember how to do that. You want to walk me through?
Well,
To share an airport
yeah,
connection?
go up to the airport,
Okay, I went up to my airport widget.
create network.
Okay, so I want to go to create network. Do I want to require a password or not?
I guess not.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you have to go into preferences. Isn't there a preference that you have to go in and share a network
You
connection?
want to tell what files you want to share, yeah.
No, not sharing.
Yeah,
Go into systems preferences.
some preferences.
I don't remember exactly where this was.
Network,
Yeah, the operating system. To give out.
Go to security.
firewalls on, general.
No, that's not it.
Okay, so let's go to show all. What are we talking
Go
about?
ahead and go back to sharing. Select
Let me
sharing.
type in the word. Do we want to, let's see.
You're gonna share a network connection.
Internet.
Internet sharing?
Internet sharing, oh, sorry.
Go to sharing, there you go. That was it.
Internet sharing, yeah, okay.
Now, you have to turn on,
Share your connection from airport, and I have to click there.
there you go. Like you have to click that.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
No, it's not.
Internet sharing's off.
Maybe you have to do that before you,
Oh, turn internet sharing on.
no,
turn it
I'm
off.
sharing right now.
Well, it says off up there.
I'm picking you up on mine.
Yeah, I'm sharing right now.
Okay.
TNG.
Oh, internet sharing would be different. That's if I've got a internet connection being plugged into this computer via, in other words, turning this into a router.
That's right, because you're already receiving, receiving.
Right, so right now we're just doing a peer-to-peer network.
But if, the question came up is if, you've got a computer that's hooked into the internet,
Yeah.
and you want to share that and make it as a
Oh, that
hotspot.
would be internet sharing, and
Yeah.
you would then plug that cable in. You can't be using your wireless to
Right.
do both. Okay,
Does that help any?
can I undo it?
You can't use your wireless.
Right, you can't receive it and then share it.
You can't, you
Now-
gotta be hardwired.
Okay. What he was talking about, two different things. One was creating having my wireless turned on so that anybody can connect to my computer wirelessly. So like, we're doing a peer-to-peer network. There was another thing he was talking about, and that was internet sharing. That's where you've got a cable that's connected to your internet. You plug it into your Ethernet port on your laptop, and then you use the laptop as a router, and people can connect to the internet through your laptop and then through the cable. So wireless connection to the laptop and then through the cable to the internet. I'm glad I did it. Not mine. Okay. I'd like to show you one last thing. Oh, wait, we were gonna do raffle, right? Let's do raffle, or should I do one simple thing first? Do raffle? Okay, one simple thing. I've had people ask me, how do you go about getting your address book on your Mac synchronized with other web services, like AOL, or Google, or Yahoo? Now, I'm still I'm still researching some of them, but I found something really slick that I didn't know was in the address book. Now, you've got to be running Snow Leopard. So that's Snow Leopard, Mac OS 10.6, where you've got that newest app. So I want to get into address book. So this is the application that comes with your Mac called Address Book. I go to the application menu. That's what they call this. You've got your Apple menu, and then this first menu column, That's called the application menu because it has the name of the program at its top. And we go to preferences. And if I click on, there we go. We click on accounts. Now, people know that they can synchronize their addresses and calendars via mobile me, but that's a service you gotta pay for. But what they've added is synchronize with Yahoo and synchronize with Google. So you click synchronize with Yahoo, then you click the configure button, you put your Yahoo email in and your password. The next step then is you go up to your menu bar, the little sync menu, the little sync widget that's up there. You tell it to synchronize, and it's going to give you an error message that you don't have a MobileMe account properly configured, and you ignore that, and then it does through the internet, synchronize your address book with your Yahoo address book or Yahoo contacts or your Google contacts, and it actually works. I'm still working on the others. Easy way to keep them synchronized.
So where is it putting that data? Is it putting it out on the web at Google?
Yeah,
Ron.
you have to already have a
Better hope you're not on
Google
that list.
Gmail account. All right? And what it's doing is through the internet, the address book program is talking to Google, logging in as you, looking at what they have in the contact list up there, what it has in the contact list on your computer, and then you're doing the merge and the update.
Are you able to synchronize all of them, or do you have to, can you also do just partial?
I've got it to work at the same time with, where I hit the sync button, I had MobileMe configured, I had Yahoo configured, and I had Google configured. So I had an email account, one on MobileMe, one on Yahoo, one on Google, and it synced the data with all three sites.
Part of what I'm saying is if you wanted to put up, say, just your active 2000, that's all you wanted to synchronize, can you partially sync, or you have to take everything?
It's going to do a complete sync. It's going to do the merge, the meld between the two. Yes, Dan?
Why would I want Yahoo or Google to have my address book?
Sometimes we don't travel with our computers, and we need to be able to contact someone. Let's say your computer got stolen. You're on the road. All you've got is that computer that's in the lobby of the hotel. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to look up the contact information for your credit card companies, what the 1-800 numbers are, or the contact information for whoever that person is that you need to get a hold of, and it wasn't in your phone and it was on your laptop. So, plus the other thing is, computers, Blackberries, smartphones, these things die on us. And to have your data in more than one place is a good thing. Whether you want it in a free public account like Google or Yahoo, that's another question. Okay, yes, Ron?
This syncing, is it just one way from your Apple device to them, or if you enter something in Google, it puts it back in?
It will come up with a dialog box telling you that, you've got this person up on the cloud and this person on your computer, and the addresses are slightly different, and how you want to resolve it, which set of data is the one that's going to be put on both. So it's doing a melding.
It goes both ways.
Okay? Okay. Yes, Albert?
Once you synchronize this, can you separate it in your address book, like under email or something?
I have not found a way to do that. Okay, that's why what I learned was when I had the one computer doing all three. Well, I use different email accounts to sort of keep my different aspects of my life separate, and I found that having them all together in one place was actually a bad thing. So I ended up undoing this and going back to an archive I had for the address book. Okay, so anyway, enough with that. Ready for raffle? What do we have for raffle? Now. presentation was created in a program called Open Office. It was not created in Keynote from Apple. It was not created in PowerPoint. It was created in Open Office. Not Neo Office. This is Open Office. And function 5. So I'm still, learning what keys to press in this program. So topic today. Roxio Easy VHS to DVD, create DVD movies from VHS tapes, that's high 8 tapes, right? That's how you pronounce it? High 8, and video 8 tapes. This is what the box looks like. Okay. And as let's see, let me just. It's been a while since I presented. I got to get back into the routine. Okay. My contact information. That's the email address to use if it's related to club business. And I ask that you turn off your pagers, cell phones, iPhones, smartphones, Blackberries, iPods, iPads. And I'll remind you to turn them all back on when we're done.
What does the hardware look like inside the box?
You're going to see. Okay. Most important thing, suggested retail $79.95. I was able to purchase mine on Amazon.com for $49.95. Woo. Okay, yeah. Normally you're going to get it for like $69, $59. This is what the box looks like. In the software that you get with it, you get a copy of Easy VHS and a copy of Toast Basic. So you're getting 2 pieces of software with it. Next thing, what's in the box? So the first piece you get is this, the little dongle. This plugs into a USB port. So that's that piece. So this is the one that connects to the computer. This, with its small little dongle, little mini USB on the end, that plugs into the dongle. You got to make sure you plug it in the right way. So that's what the unit looks like. On the end, you have a video cable, a left and right audio cable, and you have an S-video input. I was surprised to see that. They add one other piece in the box that I was really surprised to see. Have you ever had the problem of you've got a flash drive plugged into your computer and then you want to plug something in, but they're too big, you can't get them both in at the same time? They include this little USB extender cable. So you can plug the dongle into it. Let's see if I can do this right. Dongle into that. So you don't have this big dongle blocking the USB port.
They're cheap at cyberguys.com.
Yeah. But this was in the box, and I thought that was a nice little added feature that they put in. Okay, now, to use it. Now this is the one that's specifically for the Mac. There is an Easy VHS to DVD. That's for the PC. There's another one, it says on the box, for Mac. So this is what you need to have. A Macintosh computer with a dual processor PowerPC G5. Okay, so that means your normal iMac with the G5 is not going to do it. You got to have at least dual processor G5 or an Intel processor. So it's really meant for the new stuff. You need to have a DVD recordable drive. You got to have a drive that you can burn DVDs with. It can be internal or external, just so you have one. You have to be running Mac OS 10.4 or 10.5. It works just fine with 10.6. You got to have at least 512 meg of RAM available. And these in here, typically if you're doing this stuff, you've already got that. This is the one you got to be careful about, that you've got a USB 2 port. so for example, with a Power Mac G5, the big, what I call them cheese graters, it looks like a cheese grater on the front. Your front USB port is a 1.1 USB port.
Oh, is that right?
Your back port may be a 2, depending on when it was built. So you actually need to go into your system profiler and see what those ports are. And then last but not least, you need to have iMovie, either HD, 08, or 09. In other words, you have iLight.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yeah. Well, no, HD, that was the one in 6 and in iLight 4. Yeah, so the thing is you got some version of iMovie. Yeah.
One other thing real quick.
Yeah.
The little Roxio thing you're plugging in.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that that's a dazzle box?
Yeah.
Small piece?
That's the one doing it. Holy moly, yeah. Okay, so let's see, how do we do this? And if I have time for the demo, and I think we will, I want you to understand that it really is as simple as the demo runs. I mean, I was shocked. I'm used to technology that you have to sort of get the rubber hose out and make it work. Okay, so this is what you do. The Roxio adapter gets connected to the computer, and then your this gets connected to the capture device, gets connected to the computer, and the adapter gets connected to that. So that would be, in this case, I'm going to use the extender, and I've got that plugged into that, and then this would go into the USB 2 port. Okay, I got that part done. Next. Okay. Now this is where it gets confusing, because you're looking at a VCR, typically the back of a VCR, VHS player, it's all black, you know, it's stuck in the back of the cabinet, so you get your flashlight before you start. Get used to reading everything upside down, because you're going to be looking like this.
Magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass, or better yet, do what I did, delegate it. Okay. So what they need to do is on the back of the VCR, find the video out and the audio out. All right, so I just happen to have a VCR here today, a really crappy VCR. And I have found my video out and my audio out. Now this particular one only has one output for sound. It doesn't do a right and left channel. So that's why when we capture video, you're only going to see sound coming in on one channel. Okay, so it's not any fault of the device. It's just a crappy VHS player.
So you just plug in the right one, the red one, when you
Right.
just have one audio?
Red is right,
Right.
white is left. Okay?
If it's mono, you always go red because,
Which is what I did.
yes.
Okay.
50/50.
Okay, now, prior to this, I would have installed the software on the computer. That involves putting the CD in, seeing the programs, and just dragging them onto the applications folder. One of the other things that I always like to see when I've installed something on the computer is it automatically did a search to see if there was a newer version. And there was, and I downloaded that software and installed it. So I'm working with the latest version here. So next step is to connect those onto the back, and now the next part, the other end of the video cable that's connected to the VHS, I connect it up here. Now, if this had an S-video out, I would just use the S-video connector, because that does video and sound. No? Just video?
Higher quality video.
Okay, so my apologies. I would plug in the S-video cable, and then I would plug in my audio cables. In this case, I've got RCA connectors, so I'm going to go yellow to yellow,
It's either yellow or S.
and I'm going to go red to red. I don't have a left channel. Okay. So then once you've done that, then you plug it into your, you plug in your audio cable. I've done that, then I would launch the program Easy VHS to DVD Capture. This would be the first screen that I see. It wants to know what I want to call this, approximately how long is the source material. The reason why it wants to know that is you can set it so that if you know it's a 40-minute or a 10-minute tape, you can say, record for the 10 minutes and then automatically stop. If it's an hour, you know, record for the hour, record for 90 minutes. Next thing is, what quality would you like to record in? The high requires almost 3 gig per hour of video. Okay. The low is doing about 1.2 gigabytes per hour of video. Yes?
You might mention that even though you are selecting the quality, you are not going to improve the quality of the VHS tape. That you're stuck with VHS. Even though you're putting it on a DVD, you're not going to have DVD quality. You're stuck with what you're inputting into the system.
And just so people don't get upset, they need to know that VHS tapes, even the very old ones, the bigger ones, every now and then has a glitch in, and when you go from analog to digital, you may get a line across there. There's no way to avoid that unless the program can clean it up. And if you have one of the smaller ones, you know, when they start shrinking the VHS cameras down, those are even less quality.
Now, just one thing I want to add, and that is, I don't necessarily have to connect it to a VHS recorder box. I could have one of these older legacy video cameras that allows playback through, and that's the real functionality for most people. It's a way to capture data from those tape formats that you don't have a player for, other than the camera. Okay, the second step is I would click continue, and it would bring up this screen. At this point, it wants me to start the tape recorder. And I'm going to select which video input I'm using, the composite or the S-video. And then it's going to show me whether it can see it or not. If I can see it, at that point I would stop it, stop the recorder, that recorder. And I would then go click continue and go to the next window, which is to verify that the sound is working. Again, I would press play on the recorder. It would start showing me tape, and I'd look to see if I've got my sound coming through okay. Now, the one thing that threw me is there's a little button up here for the sound. If it's clicked, it might have a line through it, in which case it will mute the sound, even though it is receiving it. Comes in real handy when you're actually recording and you're doing other stuff and you don't want to hear it.
Oh, it doesn't kill the audio?
It doesn't kill
No,
the audio.
it just-
Oh, okay.
It's still receiving it, it's just not playing it through your internal Mac speakers. Okay, now we're up to the next step, record. So at this point, what you would do is you would rewind your tape to where you want to start. You would press start on the recorder, the VHS player, and then you would click that big red button that says start recording. And then if you've got a time selected, it'll allow you to click that box where it'll automatically stop after the time that you selected. Again, if you want the playback to be passed through to your Mac speakers, you can actually hear the stuff that's being recorded, you can click or unclick that box. Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you do this like editing wise? Can you just not have it do that, where you could like stop the recorder and go to another part and then continue?
Okay. When you're finished recording, you have 3 choices. You can convert it, send it to the QuickTime player, output it as a QuickTime movie. You can have it automatically import this thing into iMovie, where you can edit it to your heart's content. Or you can have it where it sends it right to the Toast program and it will burn a DVD with the video on it.
Right. I guess what I'm asking is something actually different here. If you're inputting it in,
Okay.
why can't you just edit it as it comes through, like when
It
you
doesn't have a
start,
pause.
stop a tape?
It doesn't have a pause button in the software.
Yeah.
Or does it?
No, it does not.
Does not
It
have
does not.
a
You
pause.
cannot pause and then start up
Yeah.
again in the
So
software.
you're doing
It's just a linear,
Right.
and nothing else.
Straight in.
now. Phil, Yeah, this is for normal people, not folks like us who are gonna, okay, this is not for the folks that would be doing Lord of the Rings on their laptops and looking at the, yes.
Does this, can you just use this equipment, bypass the software, and go right into iMovie like you would a movie camera? And
Haven't
then you
tried
could,
it yet.
then you could pause it.
I haven't tried it yet to see, but I'm willing to bet you could.
Yeah. It should register as a camera.
And what we'll do is, if I've got time, we'll do a demo, and then we'll try it with just iMovie and see if iMovie's.
Tom, I gotta make it. If you're gonna edit it, you don't edit it in iMovie. It
Right.
takes a lot
But
less
if you
time,
just,
it's a whole lot
if you
easier.
just record it directly into iMovie, and all it costs is playing, you can hit iMovie the pause.
Yeah,
that's cheap.
I think I think what Phil was talking about, let's say you've got a training video, you want the first 5 minutes, you don't need the blah, 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 and you want the last 5
The
minutes.
whole thing.
So what you do is, you record the first 5 minutes, hit it on pause for the computer, you let it play its stuff, and then you, yeah, that kind of stuff. But that doesn't have that to be.
Bill,
Yeah.
if you want to burn a DVD, do you have to go through Toast, or can you burn it directly from iMovie
Okay.
using the normal Apple
If
operating
you
system?
don't want to use Toast, you would have it imported into iMovie. And
Right.
from iMovie, you're going to burn it
Normally?
through yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to verify
Yes,
that.
Ron.
Those 3 buttons, can you only select one of them, or can you
Only
select?
one.
You can't do 2 at the same time.
No, just one of the choices.
You can eat up a hard drive real quick.
Yeah.
iMovie
Yeah.
and quick use.
Did you, Ron, did you hear the comment up front?
No.
That, hitting more than one of those choices would fill up a hard drive real quick.
It's 3 gigs a minute,
No, 3
or an
gigs
hour.
an hour.
3 gigs an hour.
So if you're gonna do it 3 different ways, you're gonna have it inside iMovie, you're gonna have it inside QuickTime, you're gonna have it.
Well, I think, go to iMovie, it's the only choice that really makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do anything with it, if you just wanna put it right to DVD, then you send it to Toast.
Right. Now, this is what Toast Basic looks like. And Toast Basic is actually Toast 9. So this is what it would look like. You'd have the various clips that you're going to be putting on. And it's, a burning program.
Isn't there some basic editing that you can do here in Toast?
Basic editing in Toast? No, not really.
What's that button on the right?
Is that it?
That's the burn button.
Burn
No,
button.
up.
On the
Those
side,
3.
the
That's
right
to edit
side.
the info for.
That's just
change the text.
Okay.
So that's, if you want to change what the name is, instead of me and mom, it's mom and me, whatever.
About 5 or 6 different videos on DVD.
Yeah, you see, it's a quick.
Okay. And we have time permitting. Okay, now, let me do a quit here. Now, there was one other thing you need to have, and that is some sort of legacy VHS which you need to preserve for future use. So I selected from my library, Windows 95 training video.
As seen on TV.
As
I
seen
mean,
on
You know they haven't changed that logo in years.
Do I have power? I've got power. Okay, now. My normal disclaimer, I'm male, I'm over 55, so if I get confused here, just
And we still don't.
be gentle.
Yeah, right.
I find I get a better result. I was testing this on a older, slower laptop. This is the club's laptop. This is the latest and greatest, so I don't really have to quit out of those other programs. This is the program Easy VHS to DVD Capture. So, first thing is, we need to give it a name. I'm going to call it Windows ZE 95.
Can you change where you're saving it? Or is it just,
It's going to save it in a folder that it creates inside your movie folder.
Okay.
So it's going into your home.
If you go on iMovie.
Once you do it in iMovie, then you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, I'm going to say standard quality because I've already recorded this thing once and I couldn't see any difference between standard and hides the crappy
Doesn't
tape.
get any better than VHS.
No. Okay. So I've got my cables connected. I have the player on. I've rewound the tape.
It is doing
So I'm gonna, yeah, I put the tape, oh, yeah, thank you.
Now, did you rewind it?
No, I didn't. We'll make sure it's rewound.
Over 55 guys will help each other out.
Always rewind. You call it VHS teamwork, by the way. You guys don't know what that is until you get over it.
Stop.
Actually, for long-term storage of your VHS tapes, always play them to the end and don't rewind them.
Why?
Because when you
Rewind
rewind it,
breaks
they've been
the
sitting for a long time, takes all the static out of it and everything.
Wow, this is another myth.
Okay, repeat that. I didn't, it
You know
didn't,
why
it just didn't
it's just
rock.
like recording tape in the studio. You always leave your magnetic tape tails out. That's what they call it.
Oh,
So if you're, using a reel to
yeah,
reel,
yeah.
yeah, you always, any recording studio will store their tape tails out.
Okay.
So they can rewind it and get it,
Okay.
in good condition.
Okay, so it's rewinding.
15 years too long, is it left it in another position?
It depends if the tape's stuck.
Now, on this window, it's asking me, how is the video coming in? Is it coming in through the S-video cable connector or the composite? I'm going to click on composite. Notice when I switched, I went from a black screen where I didn't see anything to a blue screen that indicates, hello, there we go, blue screen that indicates that it's something at the other end.
Where's the blue screen?
Yeah, where's?
It's dark blue.
Okay, it's blue on my high-quality LCD display.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to press play on the recorder, the player.
There you go, see play?
Now I've got play, and I'm going to see, okay.
Show the light.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Where's the lion?
It's going to be Bill Gates.
Oh, you get your FBI warning.
Copy of training tape.
Unauthorized reproduction of this video is unlawful and prohibited.
For teenagers, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward just a little bit here. I'm going to play, see where I'm at. Okay, let's rewind a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, now next step is, I know I've got video. So now I click continue.
Is that,
Now I'm going to play it some more to see if I've got sound.
does your player have a pause button, or is it too old?
This is not even
Too
got,
vertical.
no, I've got a stop eject button, I've got a power button, and I don't have a remote that works on it, so I've got a fast forward to play.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
so,
problem.
Just stop this.
so now I'm playing it again. And I'm looking to see if I've got green
You got it.
lines coming up, I do,
Oh, yeah?
and now I'm gonna tell it to,
Is there anything in preferences that could turn it to mono, so you'll get both tracks?
I haven't found anything in there.
Nothing,
Because your preferences, basically, you have no preferences
Yeah.
for VHS. I can close window, I can minimize, can bring, I mean,
well, you can change
this is
that.
very minimal interface.
You can change that in iMovie.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now I know that I've got video connected, I've got sound connected. It's like, wow, hey, I actually understand how this player was working. The software, the dongle, this stuff is easy. It's that device over there that's problematic for me. So now I click continue. It's waiting for me to press the play button on the player, and then this big red button here, start recording.
Can you just
So
go back
I'm
a
gonna
second,
press play.
No, wait.
Would you have to rewind it to the beginning
No, in this
again?
case, I want to start right where I was at.
What if you want to start at the beginning?
I would rewind all the
Okay.
way. So now it's recording information. It's not showing up very well on the screen there. Let me see if I can.
Did you push record?
Pardon? Say it again. What was the question? I pressed record on the computer. The big, yeah. you'll notice that underneath the big red button, it says stop recording.
Oh,
Where before it said start recording.
Can't see from there, okay.
And so we're gonna let this go for a little bit.
Oh, it's got a count below it there, durations, huh?
Right, and it's showing me how much space I've used, but I'm focusing on Windows 95, fast and easy to use.
You sure are.
Okay.
It sure was.
And we're gonna cover,
Minutes.
oh, toolbar, switching, shortcut menus, the Explorer, the Find, photo, ooh, how to reboot Windows. Okay.
How about the, tell you how to boot it, not reboot it?
Yeah.
71 seconds, you will learn all that.
Okay. I'm gonna let it go for about 120 seconds, so I've got some, because then I'm gonna bring it into iMovie, so you can see it.
We have titles for that.
So right now, it is saving it in your
MPEG 2.
MPEG 2.
Yeah, I've got
At the low res.
80 meg of stuff in the file right now.
But it's saving it in your documents folder, in your
Movies folder, in a folder called
Oh, so then
AZDH.
you can just drag it out of there without sending it anywhere.
If I wanted to, yeah. But the thing is, remember, it's gonna be in not a real Mac-friendly video format. If you don't have, Flip for Mac and the other one, the Swiss Army knife, Perium. You don't have that installed, you're gonna have trouble working with those other formats. Distro,
What format did you say it was in?
Say
What
that again?
format, what file extension?
it's an MPEG, if I remember, MPEG 2.
MPEG 2.
Yeah. Okay, I got about 134 seconds, so I'm gonna just say stop. That I'm finished. Yeah, it's doing some stuff now. Now, I'm going to click the Edit with iMovie.
Lisa, yes?
One
Is that
moment.
important? It's going on?
Yeah, what it's doing right now, I clicked on the middle choice, Edit with iMovie. It's now moving this file, it's gonna import it into iMovie, and it will launch iMovie for me. So if you have multiple iMovie apps, you've got older versions, newer versions, it can get confused. So what I did was I switched it over to a machine that just had one version of iMovie on it. Because it seemed like it was rolling
Now
the
you
dice.
just did that, can you take and put it to another one now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just put on a flash drive and moved it over. Okay, so now we're in iMovie. Okay, let me see if I can tweak the displays here a little bit.
If it can, they've got
Yeah, I want to try and get the brightness up a little bit here. Okay, that's in focus, color. Now we're set for the right. Okay, arrangements, display. Let's see if I pump it up to 90. If I can get it to do better. And the answer is no. Revert.
you have to rip it.
So I'll just leave it where it's
You
at.
have to rip it commercial DVD. Mac the Ripper or.
Get out system.
Okay, so anyway, let's increase brightness at least. All right, so I'm down here.
He just changed on his computer.
Yeah.
Let me do this. I'm just resizing my iMovie window. I'm gonna play it full screen.
Oh, we got a countdown. That's exciting.
Ah, wrong one. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was the one I did before. That was water quality.
You can pick the right one if you want.
Okay, here we go.
What's it called?
Windows.
Okay, I want Windows 95. Here we go.
Go.
So this is the one. This is the one we're gonna play. This is the one I recorded.
Oh, okay.
Mac the Ripper's free. What speakers do we use?
Should have brought those
Okay.
speakers again.
I don't.
Sometimes it's available. it's much better on a better
Okay.
screen.
The quality is not bad on the computer at all. Getting it to replicate on an older projector is not doing all that we want. Now, this of course will be a historical use because, you know, if we're doing a study of hairstyles and lapels.
Hey, Bill,
Yeah,
turn around here, let me. Oh, now it goes to a black screen.
you got just a black screen?
Just letters. Turn around, look at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because now we're doing the.
This is their PowerPoint.
That's all right.
This is their PowerPoint.
So, let me just sort of recap here. I was very pleasantly surprised at how easily all the stuff was set up and how well it worked. I was very pleasantly surprised that they had added a USB extender so that you didn't have that annoying problem with trying to put the dongle in when you have other stuff and you can't fit everything in. With the burning capability, I myself use Toast Titanium when I'm doing high-end projects, or I'm using iDVD. It would have been nice, I thought, if they gave me the choice of going to iDVD instead of burning to Toast, burning to iDVD. But the thing is, since you have that ability to output it as a QuickTime file or put it into iMovie and then output from iMovie, I still have that option. It adds another step.
That's a simple step.
Yes, Rob?
You were saying that they add that share to iDVD and iMovie. Is there a share option to share it to iDVD?
In this software, no. What I'm saying is that
In iMovie.
when you're in iMovie, because iDVD is one of the iLife applications, those programs all talk to each other. So when I'm creating an iMovie project, when I'm ready to share it, one of my options is to move that project over to iDVD, and what iDVD does, it doesn't just burn the DVD, it allows you to create the menus, allows you to create various scene selections, so it'd be just like a commercial DVD without the encryption, where you can have the FBI warning, the really annoying music during the main menu, where you're trying to figure out how the controls work. You can have your really, really crappy music during the screen select, scene selection. I mean, that's what iDVD lets you do. That's an Apple program that comes with your computer. It's part of iLife. Yeah.
If, my comment is, we've already done our family tape, that if you have family VHS tapes you want to work with, after seeing this, I would say this is probably one of the best ways to get it in and edit the stuff you can do.
One of the reasons why I bought this, my father-in-law died recently. He has all of these, and he had Parkinson's, and he loved to use the video camera, but he had no real control over the camera. So we had all of this VHS and various formats of tapes as he went through cameras, where everything is moving around. iMovie 09 has that video stabilization feature that takes the shake out of it. Almost like you go from being a regular handheld camera to being a steady cam. And that alone, the ability to take that VHS, bring it into iMovie, and to make it usable video, that's worth it right there to me. So I needed a cheap way, inexpensive way of connecting up an older recorder player with the computer. Roxio got me there. Are there other features, other ones out there? There are. Yes.
Suggestion, if you're trying to save any old VHS tape, that's really a special tape, always record it at the highest quality you can get, because you're gonna always lose some quality. So if you're gonna maintain the best you can get, always go with the highest quality setting.
Well, in this case, it was a Windows 95
I
training
said special
tape, and it was like, I'm sorry. The content even in the, never mind.
S-video is way better than composite. S-video is way better than composite.
Yes, Now, I did not try S-Video for two reasons. One, I couldn't figure out where the S-Video out was on the back of the good VHS player. And two, I couldn't find any of my S-Video cables. So if I lent you one of my S-Video cables, I'd like it back.
Look for your Apple desktop bus
Did you have a
cable.
question, Steve? Oh, no? Okay.
Did you try the stabilization? Do you have a report? How well it worked?
It's a feature of iMovie.
Oh, so you haven't imported those into iMovie and seen the...
I guess I have, and that iMovie does an excellent job, but my presentation here today is about the Roxio interface, not the iMovie. Yes, Phyllis?
On some movies you get like closed caption. Do you have to have that on for that to record?
It would have to be on for it to record. Right. So what you would do is set it up exactly how it would look on the TV. That's what you're recording. So if the tape had, and most of the tapes from the era that I'm going to try and recover, do not have closed caption. Even the commercial stuff does not have closed
But
caption.
if they do turn it on and record it.
Right. Okay. Yes, Ralph?
Is that application by any chance scriptable?
And what tape?
Apple Script?
I don't know.
Is that application scriptable?
I don't follow what you're asking, Ralph.
You do.
I don't know how Apple Script works.
I don't know, let's... Okay, let's see. In terms of Automator, see, I want to go into what, Apple Script Editor and have it look and see if this thing's got an Apple Script Dictionary?
Yeah.
Okay. Walk me through it, Ralph.
All right, go to your application folder and start up Apple Script. You can leave that open.
Okay, 1 second.
Script editor is the name.
Applications.
It's in Apple,
Let's see.
Utilities.
Let me see if it's in utilities. It's been, I haven't, since I moved to Snow Leopard, I haven't.
Apple
used-
Script Editor.
There we go. Okay, so we want Apple Script Editor up and running.
go up to File,
File,
Open Dictionary,
Open Dictionary.
type in the name of this project.
Where?
Start typing ROX. Isn't that its name?
There's easy VHS to DVD capture
There we
right
go.
there.
Okay.
Choose. I know Toast is. I didn't know if Easy.
Okay, go to that third item down, top left corner.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
One, required. 2, 3. Miscellaneous standards.
All right.
You got to revert.
What's the next one down?
Odds and ends. You got to set tell target. ITV suite. Oh. Okay, so they're rebranding an ITV.
Yep.
Okay.
So the idea is that if you're doing the same thing over and over again, you could possibly write a quick little script that does all the button pushing for you, so you don't have to.
Now, Ralph, you know more about Automator than I do. Can you have Automator where Automator just watches the process of what you were doing and then have it create the, or is it the process different?
Automator can do that if they publicly announced all these functions.
Okay.
I haven't played with this particular product, so I don't know if all these functions are publicly accessible to the Automator. We have found out that the record button in Apple Script is no longer functioning like it used to in OS 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
But yeah, the idea is that in Automator, you might be able to have this rapidly record all the mouse buttons and everything that you've done, save it as a workflow, and then if you're doing the same thing over and over again, it should record to a temporary file. You go and you change the temporary file.
Right.
Go to the next.
So I've got a stack of VHS tapes. They're all pretty much the same length. I basically want to do the same thing to all of them, and I can just have it work.
Right. That includes selecting the composite versus S-video and all that stuff. The more explicit you are in your scripting, the the more likely it's going to be consistent in the way that it records for you.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, I've got just a couple minutes left.
Try iMovie to see if you can input without using the application.
Ah, okay, very good. All right, so let's do a quick here. And let's do, what we're going to do is we're going to launch iMovie by itself. And we're going to see if iMovie, let me stop. I don't want to miss that section about rebooting Windows 95.
Does iMovie recognize USB?
Yeah, does iMovie recognize this particular
Device.
Close. And I'm going to click import. No, it's seeing my eyesight.
Yeah, but check, can't you change?
You have to change.
What's the drop down?
Thank you.
Nope.
No,
Doesn't recognize.
doesn't recognize it.
Can you,
Well,
is
it's
it
not a
because eyesight
camera.
only recognize Firewire? Or is it, does I?
No, let me make sure it's playing, see if it sees it there.
Well, it's an analog.
iMovie. Import from camera.
Well, it can't import from camera because it's an analog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got a.
It's not going to see it like that, though.
But does iMovie see USB or is it only Firewire?
No, it will see USB because I have seen people with cameras with USB cables.
The newer iMovies will see USB. The older iMovie only sees Firewire.
Yeah.
Bill, try starting the application and having it running in the background, and then try iMovie.
Yeah. Quit iMovie.
See if
Okay.
see if there's a driver or something that.
Okay, so let me do a quick here. Okay, so right now I have no programs running. You want me to have Easy DVD running?
Right.
Wrong one. Quit. Easy DVD. Up and going.
No,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to have that.
Now, go ahead and bring up iMovie.
Okay.
Now see if it'll-
No.
Nope.
It
Capture.
might be in preferences.
If I hit capture, it's going to
I see. Okay.
create a new event, and it's going to be basically we're going off of my eyesight camera.
Yeah.
But can you go to File Open and open that file you just created? Yeah.
One second.
Well, it sent it directly to iMovie. Yeah. Already. Yeah, but
So when you go down to
Stop.
I don't know what it's doing format-wise.
open the Windows on the phone.
Like I said, it was an MP3.
Let me do this first, just so everybody explicitly knows where it's saving files. Inside your user folder, in this case I'm using TMG Presenter, I'm using column view. There's a folder for TMG Presenter called Movies. Inside there, double-click that. This one, I'm just putting a yellow label on. Easy VHS to DVD capture. So we've got the previous ones I did, MPG, Home Video 4. Now if I launch that one, it's going to play it in iTunes, because that's where I've got set for doing playback. So that's that. And it's a slightly better picture on the screen than it was before.
Importing it.
Okay. So you want me to,
See if it'll do it for
okay,
iMovie.
you wanted me to do.
Somebody wanted you to drag it into iMovie.
iMovie,
Or,
yeah.
drag it on top of the iMovie.
Windows
Or do
95.
File Open for my iMovie and
Okay.
see if you could open that
Drag
file.
this one, drag it on top of iMovie and see what it does.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to do anything. Let's go to iMovie,
Yeah, import.
File,
Open. Oh, that's easy.
Import, Movies.
Find 90.
There's Windows 95.
Bottom.
Yeah, and it's saying no.
Grayed out.
It's saying no.
Because it's not letting me select any
Oh,
of
you
these.
can't.
Oh, you can't click it.
doesn't recognize,
Yeah.
doesn't recognize MPG-2.
Now, I have Parian installed and I have Flip for Mac installed. Yes, Ralph, you had a suggestion?
You were questioning about whether or not you could import or see the camera. Since it happens to be an ITV type thing, I'm going to guess that you have to go get the driver that they recommend for VLC, so
Okay.
they can see the camera. That might be just too much of a hassle to try to do for just an iMovie to see the camera.
Okay.
So you can't open that file in iMovie, even though.
I thought it said you could go to iMovie or QuickTime or.
But you're gonna be doing it from within that easy VHS, and then it does its magic and sends it to that file and converses it. So,
I see.
So you have to save it out of iMovie.
Nature calls.
yeah. Well, this is good. All right, well,
Period.
Parian? Yeah. The easiest way is always to just show you on the web. Oh, that's right, somebody had me disconnect my. P-E-R-I-A-N. So if you're working with Microsoft Video files, Microsoft Media files, you're working with other codecs, as they call it, you want to have Parian installed on your Mac.
How does that create? That's how you create another.
It adds all of these other codecs that Apple doesn't normally write, and it allows QuickTime to open and do stuff. Yeah, so it's a good thing. It's an enabler. It doesn't actually do conversion. It's still in the same format. It just allows it to work with it. Yes. Okay. Well, it's going to be about a gig per hour. So if a movie is 2 hours, you're going to be, and let's say the normal single layer DVD is 4 gig, you could put 2 movies on it. Okay, that's assuming that you're keeping it in a non-compressed formats. You're not switching it to an AVI format or one of the other formats that they use for moving stuff over the internet. Okay. So, bottom line, it's worth $80 to be able to do it, and it works. Good. Is it meant for somebody doing high-end stuff? No. Is it good enough for somebody that just wants to recover some tapes?
Yes.
VHS format, be able to save them onto a digital format, be able to enjoy them years going forward? Yeah, good enough.
Inside.